Wentz now on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And, Charles, you see the numbers for Amari Cooper last week. 6 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They begin with a run by Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Running left, it's Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Well, you know, in this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board. Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play to just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. 2nd and 10. They'll flip this quickly out to Beasley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what...
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And able to get this out to the 25. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Wentz's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Still fighting. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. They give it off here to the tight end. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To throw, it's Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Wentz. Swings this out here for Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On 1st down, Dobbins.
Let's go. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Tannehill. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Tannehill. It's caught. Lockett. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. There's Mooney with another catch. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Now, Wentz again. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
A quick throw out to Lockett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
On 2nd and 11 now, Tannehill. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Touchdown, Bills! Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown on the year. The Bills take the opening kickoff in the 3rd quarter, drive right down the field to extend their lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Fournette. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down, back to Fournette. And down he'll go at the 25.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the run, it's Fournette. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 64 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. Tannehill. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Tannehill. That's out to the flat for Ingram. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5.
Still 4th down.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Throwing again on second down. Wentz in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz now on first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. 3 yards the gain there, second down. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Texans are right back in this football game. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Cohen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This to potentially send us to overtime. And pass kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished, but to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bills, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.